सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Hello, Namaskar, and a very good evening to everyone watching NCERT's live interactive program. I am Simran Singh and you have all connected with us through eVidya channel number 6 to 12. Besides this, there are so many different mediums through which you can all connect with us. You can even participate in our live conversations by raising your questions and your queries in the comment section of our YouTube channel that goes by the name NCERT Official. And once again, a very warm welcome to all our audiences, our learners in this particular program of Sahyog. Let me apprise you that Sahyog and Paricharcha are two very important programs under the wider initiative that is MANODARPAN by Ministry of Education, Government of India as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and we come up with certain interesting topics and these sessions in order to enhance mental well-being and provide psychosocial support to all the learners, all the audiences who keep on connecting with us for our varied programs. So here we have our interesting topic for all of you. We are going to discuss about the significance of emotional intelligence for academic success. Now, very often we all know that when we talk about being successful, intelligence is something that forms a top priority. We often talk about IQ, that he has a more IQ or maybe she has a more IQ, but here we are discussing about emotional intelligence and how important is that for your success in life. And providing us more insights into the conversation, we have our esteemed panelists. So allow me to introduce you with our today's guest. We have with us Dr. Jeena KG, Associate Professor from RIE NCERT Bhubaneswar. नमस्कार मैम, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
और साथ ही हम स्वागत करना चाहेंगे, आज प्रैक्टिसिंग काउंसलर की भूमिका हमारे साथ निभा रही हैं डॉक्टर मेघा शर्मा। नमस्कार। आपका भी बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। और हम अपने सभी दर्शकों को बताना चाहेंगे, यदि ऐसे कोई भी सवाल हैं जो आप हम तक पहुंचाना चाहते हैं, कोई जानकारी आप हमारे साथ साझा करना चाहते हैं, तो आप सभी की स्क्रीन पर एक नेशनल टेली हेल्पलाइन नंबर फ्लैश हो रहा है 8448440632। इस कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर को ज़रूर नोट डाउन कीजिए। इसके अलावा आप हमारे साथ जुड़ सकते हैं। हमारी आधिकारिक ईमेल आईडी है sahyog.ncert@ciet.nic.in। तो दर्शकों, जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं, हम इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं और ये कितनी हमारे जीवन में ज़रूरी है, इसका क्या महत्व है, इसके बारे में आज चर्चा करने के लिए हमारे जो मेहमान हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, सबसे पहले मैं चर्चा में आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगी डॉक्टर मेघा शर्मा को। सो मैम, टुडे वी आर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस. So in the first place, I believe it is important to understand what exactly is emotional intelligence and what are its varied components.
Good evening, everyone. Viewers, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to say something about emotional intelligence. We need to know that no matter how hard we work, how brilliant and the creative ideas we have, if we don't have a good connect with the people who are around us, with our peer group, then our professional, personal life will suffer. Hence, in this context only, the emotional intelligence can help you to have a better connect with the people. Basically, the emotional intelligence is an ability to understand, monitor our own emotions as well as others. It's an indicator which tells you that how mature you are in handling your emotions. Emotional intelligence often measured as a emotional intelligence quotient, that is EQ, which just describes the ability, capability, skills to perceive, assess and manage the emotions of oneself as well as others. If we talk about emotional intelligence, it's relatively a new area of psychological research, but nowadays it is very important to be understood, especially by students. First, let's know that from where this term comes into the existence. The term come into the existence by two persons, that was Peter Silvey and John Mayer. But this term comes into limelight in 1995 by Daniel Goleman. From his famous book that was Emotional Intelligence, Why It Matters More Than IQ. Bestseller book translated into 40 languages, more than 40 languages. And as a student, parent, teacher, everyone should read this book to have a very depth insight about the emotions. Now, the thing that comes that why this emotional intelligence is becoming so important these days, the very first thing that this emotional intelligence can help students, everyone to build up the relationship. It can help you to creating a better understanding for others and for yourself. It will also help you to improve the communication with others. It will also help you to develop empathy skills. uh, and this emotional intelligence will help you with acting with integrity, and it will also develop respect for others. And because of this emotional intelligence only, many career perspectives will be open, because as networking will become strong, rapport will be good, so more career perspective will be there. It will also can help you in managing the change more confidently. It enhance the team building. Sometimes what happens that individually we are doing wonders, but when it comes to the team, the performance goes down. So it can help you to become a team player. It can promote the better physical health and the psychological well-being. It can also help you in managing the stress, anxiety, examination fear. As we all know that stress is an inevitable part of our life. We can't avoid stress. Sometimes the internal pressure, self-expectation, social expectation, all these things club together and create frustration. So in that case, emotional intelligence can help you in managing all these issues. Emotional intelligence is basically a blend of interpersonal as well as intrapersonal skills. Now let's come to the components of emotional intelligence. There are five components of emotional intelligence. The very first is self-awareness. Students, we can understand the self-awareness that there is only one corner in the universe that we can certain of improving, that is ourselves. So self-awareness is just an ability to recognize and understand our own moods, emotions, as well as desires. It's all about, in simple language, we can say it's all about what exactly we want from ourselves. It's all about knowing our weak areas and strengths, so that we can work on our weak areas, we can enhance our strengths. Sometimes what happens, we are sad, we are happy, frustrated, but we don't know the reason behind that. So self-awareness will help you in labeling your emotions. So this is the first component of emotional intelligence. Then the second component is self-regulation. Self-regulation, we can understand that anyone can become angry. Anyone can become angry, that is very easy. But to be angry with a right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose, and in the right way, it is not easy. So this is self-regulation. So self-regulation is just an ability that how smartly, how tactfully we manage our emotions and impulses. It's all about having good self-control on ourselves. It's just thinking before reacting or acting. So that is the second component of emotional intelligence. Then we talk about the third component, that is empathy. If we talk about empathy, empathy is the ability to understand the emotions, feelings, and need of others. It's just keeping oneself in others' person's shoe. It is different from sympathy. And how it is different from sympathy? Sympathy is generally a pity feeling, but empathy is a better understanding of others. So empathy should be there rather than sympathy. This is the third component of emotional intelligence. Now let's talk about the fourth one. Fourth one is motivation. If we talk about motivation, people generally who are high on emotional intelligence are generally self motivated. They don't need anybody from outside to motivate them. They are very positive by nature, they are very optimistic by nature. They face the challenges, hurdles in a very positive and constructive way. So, this is the fourth component of emotional intelligence. And then the last component, emotional intelligence, it's all about managing relationship. We need to know that managing relationship, interpersonal relationship, and interpersonal relationship is key to the success. So social skills is all about managing relationships, building networks, better communication with other. It's all about relationships only, establishing rapport. So it's a very important component of emotional intelligence. So this is all about just an introduction and components of emotional intelligence.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for explaining in depth about what emotional intelligence is, and having understood the different components of emotional intelligence, it becomes very necessary to comprehend that how EI, emotional intelligence, actually influence or affect our academic achievements and performance. And for that, we have with us Dr. Gina.
Yes, ma'am. Emotional intelligence, how it influences academic success. This whole topic is centered around this question. Thank you very much for this question. So I would like to keep in this as a different points, because first of all I would say emotional intelligence helps in stress management. We all know that academic life is sometimes very stressful with the pressure from exams and submission deadlines. So high emotional individuals are better equipped to manage stress by understanding their emotions and employing coping strategies like mindfulness or seeking support when needed. The ability to handle stress helps to maintain focus and productivity, leading to better academic performance. And also, emotional intelligence helps to improve relationship. As Megha ma'am told, emotional intelligence contributes to better interpersonal relationship with peers, teachers, and mentors. Students with high emotional intelligence can communicate effectively, resolve conflicts constructively, and collaborate productively. Positive relationships in the academic environment foster a supportive atmosphere to learning, where the students feel comfortable seeking help and sharing ideas. And emotional intelligence also helps in enhanced learning, because emotional intelligence promotes genuine interest in learning. Students with high emotional intelligence are more likely to set meaningful goals, take initiative in their studies, and persist in the face of challenges. And emotional intelligence also helps in effective time management. Students with high emotional intelligence manage their time very efficiently by prioritizing their tasks, setting realistic goals, and avoiding procrastination. High emotional intelligence individuals optimize their study habits and academic performance. They can maintain a healthy balance between academics and other aspects of life, avoiding burnout and maximizing productivity. And we all know that in academic life, academic setbacks are common nowadays. But high emotional intelligence are better equipped to bounce back from failures. They view setbacks as opportunities for growth, and they learn from mistakes and adapt their approach accordingly. This resilience allows them to persevere through challenges and maintain and confidence in their abilities and ultimately achieve success. And also, emotional intelligence enhances effective leadership skills. It means emotional intelligence fosters qualities essential for effective leadership, such as empathy, communication, and teamwork. Students with high emotional intelligence can inspire and influence their peers positively, whether in group project or extracurricular activities. By fostering a collaborative and inclusive environment, they contribute to collective academic success. When students are emotionally aware, they can better manage stress, frustration, and anxiety, allowing them to focus and engage more effectively in their studies. And also, emotional intelligence directly impacts students' learning experience. And emotionally intelligent students are better equipped to set goals, persist to their challenges, and bounce back from setbacks. Very important. They will not go for suicide when there is a setback. They will bounce back from their struggles, yeah, setbacks. They are more motivated to display a growth mindset, embracing the idea that effort and perseverance lead to improvement. In summary, we can say that emotional intelligence enhances academic success by promoting effective stress management, fostering positive relationships, increasing learning engagement, and improving time management, cultivating resilience, and developing leadership skills. These competencies not only contribute to individual academic achievement, yeah, success, but also create a supportive academic community. Thank you, ma'am.
So now we have understood that how emotional intelligence actually has a great impact on our choices, maybe our career choices, or maybe the academic field that we are driving into. And discussing more on the different aspects of emotional intelligence, it is also important to understand that when we talk of EQ and IQ, emotional quotient and intelligence quotient, which one is more important in order to be successful in our lives, and how to strike a perfect balance between the two. So, Dr. Megha Sharma, would you like to answer that question?
Yes, ma'am. If we talk about IQ and EQ, that which one is more important to be successful in life, so many researchers, experts says that EQ is more important than IQ. I will explain within an example also. First, understand that what is IQ. IQ is intelligence quotient. It's all about cognitive, intellectual, reasoning, logical, analytical, and rational abilities. All these type of abilities are involved in IQ. With high IQ, we can become book smart, we can become a bookworm that can help us in passing any test or any exam. But if we talk about emotional intelligence or EQ, so by EQ, we can become street smart, situationally smart. We can become more confident in facing the real world challenges because EQ is all about emotionals, it's emotions, it's all about social, it's all about communicative and rational ability. So high IQ, with a high IQ, we can reach to the certain height, but to sustain ourselves at that height, we need EQ. I can give you one example that we can, with a person with a high IQ can pass any medical or engineering entrance exam. He can take admission in a top college. But high IQ doesn't give any guarantee to be successful in both personal and professional front. A person with an average IQ but high EQ can be more successful in the personal and professional life. They can because they can manage their relationship and work very efficiently. We can conclude this that only 20% of success is contributed by IQ. Rest 80% of success depends on EQ. This we can see around us also that people with a low IQ face difficulty. For them, it's very difficult to manage any failure, any loss, any hurdle. They got frustrated. They even give up very easily. They don't fight with the situation, as Gina ma'am told that bounce back. They don't bounce back, and sometimes they commit suicide also. But still, we can't ignore the importance of IQ. IQ is important, but EQ is something which is more important to be more happy in life. Now the things that comes in our mind that how we can enhance our emotional intelligence. So many things are already told by ma'am, but small tips I can want to add that by giving more focus, the very first thing that by giving more focus to your feeling, building self-awareness, start spending some time in observing your emotions. You can keep a journal also. students can keep a journal, that can be a great way which can help in building the self-awareness. Then after that, you can put yourself in someone else's shoes. Empathy component is a very important component of emotional intelligence. By making an effort to consider how other people might feel in the different situation, try to put yourself in their place and reflect on what they might feel in that particular moment. Then the next thing is, by becoming more open-minded. By becoming more open-minded, it also develops better understanding for others. Just try to give a patient hearing to others. This will also enhance your emotional intelligence. Then practice the mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness means that it which involves fully focusing on your present moment, without worrying, just forget, without worrying about past and future. So it's an excellent tool by which you can develop greater self-awareness of your feelings. Then by building good relationship management, by which we can also enhance the emotional intelligence. By effective communication, students can enhance emotional intelligence. Last but not least, social awareness. That is very important. And along with social awareness, yoga, meditation, exercise will and can also help the students to remain calm in a tough situation and can help them in enhancing the emotional intelligence. At last, I just want to say that yes, emotion has a power. Emotional intelligence is an ability to harness that power by which you can understand and manage the emotion. So please learn to make emotion work for you instead of against you, because happiness is something which depend on ourselves only. Thank you.
Thank you so much for portraying it very beautifully to all our viewers. Of course, happiness is something that depends on our very own selves. So, we need to take care of that aspect of our life. And talking about EI and the ways to inculcate EI, that is emotional intelligence or emotional question, in the students, I think the important responsibility also lies on our teachers. So, very quickly, Dr. Gina, we would like to have highlights from your end. We have the last 1 to 2 minutes left in the conversation. So, I request you to please be very precise.
Okay, ma'am, we all heard that the destiny of India is being shaped in her classroom. So students in a classroom is coming from different background. Some have positive environment and others have negative. So it is a duty of teacher to create a positive environment to inculcate EI, yeah, emotional intelligence among students. So for this, the classroom is such a place that where students feel safe expressing their thoughts and emotions. Also, teachers can encourage open communication and active listening to foster a sense of belonging among students. They can use positive reinforcement and praise to motivate and appreciate students for their efforts. Also, students and the teachers should be a role model for demonstrating their emotional intelligence in their own behavior, because the students are very obsessed with the teachers. They model the teachers their good behavior or sometimes the bad behavior also. So the teacher should be an ideal for them and a role model to that they have to manage their emotions effectively, show empathy towards their students, resolving conflict constructively, etc. By serving as a positive role model, teachers set the tone for emotional intelligence in the classroom. Also, teachers can incorporate emotional intelligence in the daily teaching learning activities. They can integrate emotional intelligence into the curriculum by incorporating activities and discussions that promote self-awareness and empathy. They can design lessons that encourage students to recognize and manage their own emotions as well as understand the emotions of others. And they can utilize literature, case studies, and real life examples that highlight emotional intelligence concept, making the learning experience relatable to the students. And also, teachers can introduce mindfulness exercise, as Mega Ma'am told, and techniques to help students to develop self-regulation skills. So, mindfulness sessions into the daily routine, such as deep breathing exercises, guided meditation to promote emotional well being. And also teach students how to manage stress and anxiety through mindfulness, fostering a
course, ma'am.
calm and focused learning environment.
You
So,
are sharing certain important details, ma'am, but due to paucity of time, I'll have to request you to please conclude your words.
okay. So, other thing that teachers can do is educating students about their emotions, their causes, and how to recognize and label them, which is a fundamental to developing emotional intelligence. And also, teachers can create opportunities for students to engage in activities that promote empathy and perspective taking. And teachers can teach conflict resolution skills among students. So, by providing guidance and opportunity to practice these skills, teachers empower students to resolve conflict peacefully. Also, teachers can create a safe space for students to express their emotions through writing, art, or discussions. And teachers can collaborate with the parents to reinforce emotional intelligence skills at home. Teachers can provide resources and workshops for parents to understand the importance of emotional intelligence and how they can support its development in their children. So, in conclusion, by implementing these strategies consistently, teachers can play a vital role in nurturing emotional intelligence among students, equipping them with essential skills for success in academics and beyond. With
Of
these
course,
words,
ma'am.
thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing these important pieces of information with your expertise. Thank you so much to both our experts, Dr. Jeena KG and Dr. Megha Sharma. Thanks a lot for connecting with us. Thank you to all the viewers who have connected with CIET and NCERT for this particular live interactive session. Well, this was our last live program for this particular day. It was Sahyog, where we discussed about the significance of emotional intelligence for academic success. I believe the session has turned out to be very informative for all of us. Stay connected, keep watching eVidya channels, take very good care of yourself, and also viewers, an important piece of information for all of you. आप सभी जानते हैं कि लोकतंत्र के महापर्व की यानी चुनाव की शुरुआत हो चुकी है, तो यदि आपकी उम्र 18 वर्ष या उससे अधिक है तो अपना कीमती वोट ज़रूर डालिए और देश के जिम्मेदार नागरिक बनिए। आप सब देखते रहिए eVidya चैनल्स। फिलहाल मुझे दीजिए इजाज़त। नमस्कार।
सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।